Hello, this is Matt at State of Flex, here with a review for Inside Out 2. Kelsey Mann takes over from Docter as director this time in a film that is a very strong companion piece to the original Inside Out, which was one of, if not my actual favorite film of 2015. This film, while not being quite as emotionally rich or clean of a film as the first Inside Out, introduces us to a new array of emotions that I think are incredibly necessary and develops into a very strong film on its own right. As I say, this is a good companion piece because the thorough messaging of that first film has like a conclusive nature to it, but just because you've reached that conclusion doesn't mean that your life continues on. And I think where this film ultimately lands with how we use emotions is something that's necessary for us to learn and understand. I don't think this film will be used as a teaching tool as the first film is in a lot of psychology and sociology kind of classes. You hear a lot of like social workers loving and utilizing that first Inside Out movie. I don't think this film is ever going to get to that level, but as I say, it's a good companion piece to really hunker down on and understand more complex emotions that don't have quite the simplicity that that first film had. Now, while I say all that, this film isn't quite as complex as that first film, which I could see as a negative, but I really don't think it is, because there is something that's a bit clear with our adolescence, which is that the messier the emotions get, the simpler the situations seem to be able to be resolved, which is something that this movie kind of acknowledges in its own right. It's a very strong film that I think is funnier than the first one. There's some really good comedic bits. It is very pretty, beautifully rendered like landscapes and utilization of different kinds of animation, just as that first film is, and as of now stands as my favorite film of 2024. This is a very good film, and just because it's not as good as that first film doesn't mean that it's bad or lesser in any real extent. It's an incredibly good time and a good experience that you're going to have, and as I say, it's a good companion piece to what that first film has to offer. And if you liked that one at all, I think it's worth your time to visit this one and take in the new emotions, all of which I loved and are voiced excellently across the board. New favorite emotion? Nostalgia. Loved it. And Hawke does a great job. The only negative I have to say voice-wise is they replaced Bill Hader with Tony Hale, who's a great like actor in his own right, but I did miss the Bill Hader. I think he was perfectly cast for that role, and it's fine in this film, but I do miss that. That said, this gets a 3.5 out of 4 stars on my end. I loved it, and I can't wait to visit it again sometime soon. Let me know what you thought of this film in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Peace.